is what it's all about. The trophy that goes to the winner of the International Federation of Women's Lacrosse Association's Under-19 World Championship team. Being played right here at Haverford College in Haverford, Pennsylvania. Hello again, everyone. I'm Bob Friedman. Along with me is Andy Caston. Today, it ends the way it began. Last week, we started this tournament, this great tournament, with a game between the United States and Australia. A great lacrosse game it was, with the U.S. coming back from a 2-goal deficit to eventually defeat the Aussies by a 6-5 score. Today, they replay that game, and Andy, we're looking forward to some great plays and great players.
Well, these are two of the most talented teams in the tournament. There's no question about it. The difference, though, the U.S. loves to run. They love to push the ball up the field. That means Australia's going to have to find a way, try to slow down the U.S. attack, led by Megan Riley and Tice Burke. And they will do that by trying to mark Megan Riley with one of the youngest players in the tournament, 15-year-old Jenny Adams.
I had a chance to talk to both of the coaches before the game, and both coaches have different recipes to winning this world championship, Andy.
Well, for U.S. coach Kathy Henderson, she's hoping the home country advantage will be to her team's advantage. She'll build some momentum after they score a few goals, get the crowd behind them. For the Australian coach Kathy Flatt, she's hoping to take the 6-5 loss, see what they did right and did wrong, maybe change her tactics around to help slow down this U.S. team.
It's everything. It's everything. I mean, we know we're going to have the crowd. We're playing, we're the home team, we're in white. We're playing on our home field. We got the American flag flying above the field. So we feel all that together is going to really pull through for us in the final.
I think we started really well in that game. Our defense and attack were great, and I think we just lost a bit of patience. I think going into the final, we've watched the tape. We've found a few things that we can certainly improve. I think fitness-wise, both teams are fairly even, so I think it's just a matter of tactics.
And so it ends the way it began, and that's the way it should be. Two teams, two different continents for the inaugural World Championship of the International Federation of Women's Lacrosse Association Under-19 Girls Championship. And we'll be back with that game right away. You are looking at the great city of Philadelphia as you see the Twin Towers ahead. And out in the distance, well, there's the township of Haverford, Pennsylvania. And in Haverford, Pennsylvania, Haverford College and Walton Field, where today we had the championship of the IWFLA Under-19 Girls Lacrosse Championships. I'm Bob Friedman. Along with me is Andy Caston. And Andy, I'll tell you what, a great game coming ahead as you see the United States team all ready to go. Some of their fans there with the flag. Going to be a great matchup. The weather's going to have something to do with it, but we're talking about two teams, either one of which could easily win this championship.
Right, the USA is undefeated. Australia 5-1. Their only loss, of course, to the U.S. 6-5 on the first day of this tournament. Both coaches going in with different strategies, but both teams are loaded with talent. Tice Burke leads the U.S. team with 17 goals. She's on her way to Princeton University. Megan Riley, 13 goals and 19 assists. And, you know, she's going to be in the middle of a lot of plays for the U.S., so look for Megan Riley. For Australia, Sarah Aston, 14 goals, and she had 3 in the first meeting between these two teams. And defensively for Australia, they're going to have to slow down the U.S. as best they can, try to keep play around midfield.
Well, in the first game, I had the opportunity to do the game with Tom Collins last Sunday. Australia came out fast. Sarah Aston scored 22 seconds into the game. United States came back to tie it at 1, and then it was Australia with 2 unanswered goals. And I'll tell you, Andy, it looked for all the world like the United States was going to get blown out of this game. It seemed the entire first half was played in the United States end of the field. Then a penalty was taken, shot from outside at the 11-meter mark, was put into the net by Megan Riley, who's had a tremendous tournament. We'll talk about that later on. Megan Riley put the goal in to make it 3-2, and the United States had some life. You see, right now the United States, they're introducing the United States team right now. But you see, in the second half, Andy, their speed killed Australia.
It also helps to have the 2 best goaltenders in the field, Melissa Coyne and Christy Yarnell. Both save percentage is well over 600%. So then when you have a goaltending tandem like that, not that you can lean on them, but hey, you deter teams and you deny teams the opportunity to go on 4 and 5 goal runs, and that's what the U.S. did.
United States team being introduced right now. You see right now coming Sarah Bradley, very popular with the crowd. Tice Burke, number 4. Number 5 was Kate Lubis. And introduced now is Jenny Vachon, also on the field, Mia Mooney, Mary Beth Noel, Kristen Yarnell. And coming in now is Jack Weitzel.
Number 10,
Kristen Off. Kristen Off had a great first game against Australia, Andy. Scored a goal, was all over the field. Melissa Coyne also very strong in the first game. She was in goal that first game.
And Melissa's just going to be a junior in high school next year. Very talented player, will be heavily recruited when she's a senior.
Absolutely. Rebecca Tweel. And Megan Riley, what a tournament this young lady has had.
She's headed to James Madison. She's a 2-time high school All-American.
One of the leading scorers in the tournament. Now introduced is number 15, Emily Fenwick. Amity Wall from Bethesda, Maryland, introduced. And a hometowner from Wayne, Pennsylvania, Kristen Keller will get a big round of applause. Number 20. Now, number 21, who will be introduced, I live up in the North Penn area, from Wissahickon High School. Colleen O'Brien out of Bluebell, Pennsylvania, one of the great players for Wissahickon High School. Had a nice feature in one of the local papers.
And she's heading to Penn State to play lacrosse next year. How about that?
Right, you go for the blue and the white. How'd you guess? So you see the introductions of the United States team, including Coach Kathy Henderson and assistant coach Wendy Cridell. And now we'll have the Australian team. Chelsea Morley introduced from Williamstown, Victoria. Defense. And it's Fiona Graham from Caulfield, Victoria.
Number 3, Laurie Carroll.
Laurie Carroll coming in from Newport, Victoria.
Melissa Williams.
And Melissa Williams.
Number 5, and goalie, Kelly Morley.
Kelly Morley with a good save percentage.
Yeah, very good. She's a surprise in this tournament. You know, she played in one of the smaller high schools in Australia and has emerged in having a great tournament.
Sarah Aston introduced. Tremendous player. Shuwen Ross, Leah Barnden, and Jenny Adams. Jenny Adams has a tough task ahead of her.
Yeah, she's going to be marking Megan Riley today. She's only 15 years old.
Number 10, Megan Mollison.
Jill Pearson, who will be in goal today. Megan Mollison from Newport, Victoria.
Suran Cometto.
Suran Cometto introduced.
Number 12.
And then Trish Adams from Brighton, South Australia.
Trish is second on this team in goals with 11.
Tanya Broom from Wembley, Western Australia. Felicity Porter from Surrey Park in Victoria. Jodie Huppets from Brighton, South Australia. And Emma Rennie from Burnside, South Australia. And the head coach, Kathy Flett, from Brighton, South Australia. And assistant Leanne Trainer from Caulfield, Victoria. The manager is Sue Gandy from Caulfield, Victoria.
Kathy Flett said she's still waiting for this team to play up to their potential, and they're playing at a 5-1 mark so far. So, you know, coaches are never satisfied, but you have to believe her because she's got a lot of talent on that team.
And we stand for the playing and singing of the Australian and United States national anthems. United States national anthem, and now we will have the Australian national anthem.
And now for the Australian national anthem.
The national anthems having been played, it's championship lacrosse time. We'll be back with United States, Australia for the championship trophy, and it's coming up next. Don't go away. Bob Friedman along with Andy Caston, and this is it, Andy. This is the big matchup. The World Championship game of the under-19 girls lacrosse is ready to go. The draw is ready. They're setting up now, and we're underway.
These were the two most talented teams coming into the tournament, and they have proven it. The USA 6-0 and Australia 5-1.
Draw taken and whistle immediately. It will go against Australia. One thing that was a problem with Australia in that first game, they took a lot of penalties. Very physical team, and you'll see they're checking away at them. Lewis gets the ball into the middle. They'll work it down. It's taken by Kristen Keller. Now, once that Australian defense gets set up, it is hard to penetrate it.
They're number one in goals against in this tournament. They've given up only 19 goals in 6 games.
6 against the United States, of course, in that first game of the. So you think of it this way: they're giving up only 13 goals in 5 games. That's impressive. Sarah Bradley works across.
That is Kelly Morley in goal for the Australian team.
Ball into the middle. Got through to Morley. Morley made the save. More of a pass than anything else, but it's controlled by the United States behind the net. Tice Burke, one of the players, has got to be watched, and she is. Blocked off and picked up nicely there by Jack Weitzel. And Weitzel will look for an opening. It's starting off better for the United States than it was against Australia. By this point last time, Australia had a lead already. Oh, Tice Burke just missed the pass, but it will remain in possession of the United States.
So far, good team defense by Australia, not allowing the U.S. players to cut towards the net.
You had a chance to talk to Kathy before the game.
Sure did. You know, she was, a little disappointed. She didn't think her team has played up to their potential so far in this tournament.
Lewis can't find the handle, taken away and out by Australia. And we'll have a whistle. It'll go against the United States, so a free play for Australia. And we'll see the Aussies on offense for the first time in the game. Up is Trish Adams. Adams has trouble controlling it. Finally controls it. She'll cradle it away. And they'll look for Sarah Aston. It is she who has the ball now. Strong player. Aston with 14 goals on the playoffs, but the ball is taken away, and it's picked up by Melissa Coyne out of Baltimore, Maryland. And Coyne gets it up ahead, and they'll carry the ball up, passing it into the middle over to Sarah Bradley. Bradley will take it on offense. Gets it up ahead, a nice pass to Colleen O'Brien. O'Brien breaks in, turns around in front, shoots, and it's wide of the net. Tice Burke will chase it down, and we'll go still with the United States.
There's the U.S. coach, Kathy Henderson. Talked a little bit before the game with her about, how her patriotism of her and her team, how you get that feeling that you're representing her country. It is definitely a factor, and it's definitely an emotional factor. She, in fact, has been drawn to tears during the national anthem at times, and the players have been kind of kidding her about that.
You get into these tournaments, so you really get that feeling about you. As a penalty called on Australia gives the United States a free play out in front of the net. Shot, score! And the first scorer of the game is Jack Weitzel. So the U.S. draws first blood on a pass into the middle. Weitzel found the opening, put it down to the right side of goalkeeper Morley, and the United States draws first blood.
Jack is a tall player, and she's very effective when she gets to the arc area. There she is. She's so tall. She's a perfect target for any feeder when she gets it open like that, Bob. And, you know, when you have a tall player, she has many angles to shoot from, and that downward shot is very tough to, very tough for any goaltender to block.
And the assist, Megan Riley. So Riley adds to her scoring. Impressive statistics. Now the United States takes it in, all the way in, shot. Oh, and a save out in front. Kristen Keller had it, broke through the defense, but Morley stood tall, gave her very little net to shoot at, Andy.
At times, goaltenders prefer a one-on-one situation because they can see where the ball is. When there's traffic in front of them or in front of the net, sometimes they find it more difficult to pick up the ball.
Laurie Carroll lost the ball, but there was a play on the body, and Carroll will get a free play. Good group of officials today. Fran Trumbo from the United States is out there. Allie Hope also from Wales. And Chris Palmer from Australia. They are the three officials today, and a good group they are. And they scrum around at midfield. A call against the United States will go to Australia. They'll get a free play. Fiona Graham with the ball. They carry it down toward the zone. And now the Aussies set up for the first time.
Jack Weitzel marking Sarah Aston. Kathy Henderson said before the game that that would be the matchup, and there it is. See Jack following her into the arc.
Watched. She is a dangerous player. Play goes out to Sue-Ann Commodore. Commodore gets it down into the corner. To Huppets. Huppets goes behind the net, but it's blocked off and stolen away by Amity Wall. And now we have a whistle against Australia, so Wall will get a free play. We have 19 and a half minutes to go in the first half. 1-0 United States.
There's Amity. I was just about to say that, Bob, that she loves to get in the open field and run.
Oh, and a steal. And a break ahead of the field could have been, but Sarah Aston couldn't quite get to it, and picking it up nicely from her defensive spot is Stuart Cawthorn. Gets it back to Keeper Coyne, who gets it to Cawthorn, then they'll move up ahead with the United States team. And Colleen O'Brien with the ball. O'Brien gets it up ahead to Kristinoff. Off a stick check nicely, and the ball's almost taken away. Now there's a whistle, and it will be a violation against Australia. They play it close.
And when you play this Australian team and you see defenders converge, you got to get rid of the ball.
They will put the stick at you. They will try to get that ball away. They're not so concerned about taking the penalty. They want the aggressive defense plays back on. The goal scorer, Jack Weitzel, gets it back over to Kristinoff. Off looks for a cutter in the middle. Blocked off nicely by Australia. We have some call. Looks like a hold. There you go.
Go Bean. That's the nickname for Sarah Bradley.
That's right.
Because she is a very slightly built player, slender.
Play back on. We have a play from the 11-meter mark. Shot on. That goes wide, and it's controlled by Australia behind the net in the person of Laurie Carroll. Laurie is a strong defensive player. Weitzel all over, though, almost steals it away. It will remain Australia's possession, however. Jack Weitzel early in this game has been terrific. Not only scoring the goal, playing good defense, she also has been all over Sarah Aston.
She's drawn the tough assignment, but someone's got to do it.
Play on. Long pass up ahead by Melissa Williams, intended for number 12. That's Trish Adams, taken away by Kate Lubis, one of the captains of the United States team. And we have a whistle, and it'll go against Australia. So it'll be a free play for Sarah Bradley. The Bean.
She'll be playing her across.
When she loses the ball on the missed cradle, and they fight for it, and it'll go against Bradley. And it'll be Australia's ball.
I'll say Bradley will be playing her lacrosse at Temple.
Could have gone anywhere. Went to Temple.
Temple was a
Temple's
qualifier
game.
for this year's NCAA
Temple was a very
tournament.
solid lacrosse program. Ball goes into the middle. And Megan Mollison has it. And over to Laurie Carroll. And Trish Adams with the ball outside. Andy, they're very patient right now. They want to make the United States come out.
Just about to say that, Bob. You know, there's no reason to panic at this situation. You know, the U.S. has a 1-goal lead. I think they feel very comfortable playing against them because of what happened last time these two teams met.
Nice play. Stealing it from Aston, and here comes O'Brien again. Marked nicely at midfield, gets it back to Sarah Bradley. Bradley gets it up ahead to Kristen Off. Into the offensive zone, stick checked away, and we'll have a play against Australia, and that was against Megan Mollison.
U.S. trying to run, stopped at midfield at first by Chelsea Morley.
Pass into the middle of Amity Wall, weakly and on net, and taken by the goalkeeper, Kelly Morley.
So the transition defense by Australia so far, doing a good job.
We got to talk about the weather sooner or later. It is going to have an effect in that second half. The way the tenor of this game right now, the game time temperature in the mid-90s, the humidity around 80%. It's a high, hazy sun and very little breeze out on that field. You see the weather conditions there, Andy. It's going to be a tough one.
Oh, no doubt about it. And, you know, the U.S. came in as probably the top conditioned team in this tournament, and this is the type of game where it should pay off for them. And Coach Kathy Henderson is hoping that will be the case.
Melissa Williams takes it for Australia behind the net, gets it away, and gets it to Huppets, Jody Huppets. Huppets moves it around, gets it to Jenny Adams.
Australia likes
In
to
the
send
middle,
one.
there's Sarah Aston. You see all over her is Jack Weitzel.
Australia likes to send one cutter at a time through the arc. They're very patient offensively, unlike the U.S. like to send multiple players in and out.
Sarah Aston with the ball. Cuts in on Weitzel. Cuts around. And a nice strip on the play by Weitzel. A play against Aston, and it'll be United States possession. So far, Coach Henderson's ploy has worked well. Aston has not been a factor. And now we have breaking away, partially is Kristen Off. Passes it into the middle, controlled there, and then taken away from Tice Burke on a good check. And it's picked up by Sarah Aston, and she'll slow it down and get it to her defensive player. That's number 7, that's Leah Barnden.
That time, Kristoff should have pulled back and maybe showed a little bit more patience and instead of trying to force the ball to the middle of the field to Tice Burke, and that really forced the U.S. almost. They stopped themselves on that fast break.
Call goes against the United States, so it'll be Australia's ball. The fans do not agree with that, but the official has the last word. So it will be Trish Adams bringing it in. Whistle goes, and she gets it over to Sue-Ann Comodo. Into the middle, Laurie Carroll. And Carroll will set it up. Over to the far side. And that's Trish Adams. Or excuse me, that's Jenny Adams, I beg your pardon. Very deliberate. Works it around the perimeter. Now she'll move in herself. No shot, so she'll pass it back outside to Fiona Graham. Ball goes behind the net. It's controlled there by Melissa Williams. And Williams will pass it over. Jenny Adams. Adams will take it back to Megan Mollison, and they'll work it around the perimeter again. Loses the ball, knocked away, but it will, there's a call. It will go against the United States, and Australia will maintain the ball outside the 15-meter mark. And we'll take the water break. And joining us momentarily after we will take a quick break ourselves. And after that break, we will have Sue Stahl. So we'll take a quick break and be right back.
Channel 16 sports coverage of the Under-19 Women's Lacrosse Championships is brought to you by the IFWLA, by Brine and the complete line of Brine Lacrosse products, and by Ship to Shore Video Productions.
And we are back at Walton Field. Bob Friedman along with me, the coach of the United States team and the coach of Old Dominion University, Sue Stahl. Sue, thanks for joining us for this second part of the half.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Okay, well, we're going to get into the game right now. Are you a little surprised by the action so far? It seems really a slow pace at this point.
No, really not. When you get to the top level like this, I think you often have this type of game. It's not so helter-skelter as maybe it might be at a lower level. So I'm not surprised at all.
Of course, Australia right now trailing. Now in the front, shot goes wide of the goal on a shot by Jenny Adams. It looks like they're just setting up for that one shot. Andy Caston mentioned earlier, it looks like they only use one cutter as opposed to the United States, who seems to use a number of different cutters.
It looks to me on offense as if what Australia's doing is spreading their people out around the edge, and they sort of work the ball around in a circle and have that one cutter going through the middle, and they hope to hit her. Occasionally you watch at the top of the 10-meter arc, they're setting a pick on the opposite side. They have the girl cut through, but they don't seem to be doing too much of just one-on-one moves.
Chelsea Morley tried to go through the defense, didn't do it. A weak shot on goal was contained nicely by Melissa Coyle. Sarah Aston has to be watched. It looks like Jack Weissel's doing a great job on her early on.
I think so, and it's clear that Australia is looking for her to go and feel she has the strength and whatever, the know-how to go in there, but U.S. is being very patient, waiting, seeing her stick well and making nice checks on it.
11 minutes to go in the first half. 1-0 United States. Just joining us, Sue Stahl, coach of the United States team, and Old Dominion University, joining us for some expert commentary here. Right now, the United States with the ball. Colleen O'Brien, I saw her play at Wissahickon High School. I'm a local from that area. Great player.
Yes, she sure is doing a nice job here this whole week. Just a great opportunity for these girls to perform in front of a good crowd, and they're very poised for as young as they are. It's nice to see their development through the week.
Tice Burke with a nice pass, and they'll score! Oh, Mia Mooney, and what a pass from Tice Burke.
Well done, well executed there. Nice patience. They caught Australia with their backs to the ball. They weren't watching the ball. They were just watching the player face guarding. Bam, in it goes.
And the United States take a 2-0 lead. That play, Burke just saw out of the corner of her eye, and great players make great plays. Let's take a look at it again, Sue. Maybe you can do a little comment on it.
Okay, you see the ball was off to the right, and Mooney sort of sneaked into her left, and the Australian girl was face guarding her. Goalie was watching ball. Before she knew it was in front of her, she never turned to make a play. Great play by the U.S.
Sue Stahl, you didn't see this, but she sort of clapped her hands together as the United States put the ball into the net. So with 10:28 to go in the first half, the U.S. jumps out to a 2-goal lead. It's 2-0. Waiting for the draw. Not this draw. What are they trying to do? They just get the sticks together in the front?
They're trying to get the ball. Yeah, the back of their sticks go together with the ball between. They have to lift up and over their heads. The ball has to clear their heads. And they actually, when they practice this, they can execute where they put it straight up to themselves or out to the wing.
We saw in an earlier game we watched England and Canada. Jenny Johnson did a great job of doing that.
She sure did.
Right now it's Australia controlling the ball, and carrying it for Australia was Laurie Carroll. She's guarded nicely there.
One thing, if you notice, the U.S. is playing a zone defense also, which means that they're playing like a 1-3-2, and then picking them up individually as they go through the 10-meter arc. And that's a little different look for Australia as well.
Huppets gets it out in front, knocked away, shot, score! And there was Sarah Aston on the proximity goal. Are they going to allow it? No, they're not allowing the goal.
Not in the crease. Great positioning as far as grubbing, but her stick went over the crease, broke the plane.
So it remains 2-0. Looked like a proximity goal, but they disallowed it immediately. No protest from the Australians. And Sarah Bradley brings it up. Pass up ahead just a little bit too long for Tice Burke, and it will be taken by Chelsea Morley of Australia.
One thing I'd like to say now is the U.S. has to be a little settled and stay calm. They're up 2-0. That's a big lead at this level. Take care of the ball. Don't be in a hurry. If they get a fast break, take it. Otherwise, just play possession ball a little bit. Let Australia chase them.
Well, that's what happened to Australia. I did the first game last Sunday, and what seemed to happen to Australia, well, they got caught up in the breeze that was the fast break of the United States in the second half. But they took some foolish penalties, it seemed. They were up 3-1. They allowed the one shot from the 11-meter mark. Meg Riley put the ball home. It's 3-2 on an unforced error, and that'll kill you in any sport.
Absolutely.
Play in the United States zone. Nice pass, but knocked away beautifully by Stuart Cawthorn, who's looked strong on defense all through this tournament. There's Sarah Aston. Where you see Sarah Aston, you're going to see Jack Weitzel, and she's right there.
And her teammate ready to help double, too, if she comes
You better
in.
believe it. And there she comes. There's Mia Mooney helping out. Aston tries to move around, can't get around. She has no shot. She centers it. Shot and a great save. Another one just wide. Oh, standing strong is Melissa Coyne, now out in the middle. Aston again is stoned from point-blank range. Great play by Melissa Coyne. And here comes the United States. And we have a call. What is this?
It's going to be a card. She hit her in the head, I think.
And it is a card. And the United States fans are roaring right now. What a play by Melissa Coyne.
That was very good goaltending. She made a nice save. Unfortunately, she let the rebound go out. Australia got it again, but she was ready for the second shot. That's how you differentiate a good goalie. They can play the second shot, not to worry about the first one.
8:11 to go in the first half. Jack Weitzel was challenged by Sue Comodo. And Comodo will maintain possession for the Aussies.
And one of the things that's happened here to the U.S. is as they're trying to take their time bringing it down, they're getting sloppy with their sticks and hanging them out so they can be checked. They've got to learn to bring them in and protect them.
There's Aston score. They allowed her to knife through.
Turnovers will kill you, as Eddie Coach will tell you. And it was just, she relaxed a little bit, and she didn't let her bring her stick in. She got a little sloppy hanging out. Australia jumped on it, and there you go.
She put a tough shot to guard against. She put that low bouncing shot that bounces right at the stick. You got to be quick, and Sarah Aston just is a great player. Saw the one opening, she put it home, and it's 2-1. United States still holds the lead with 7:46 to go in this first half. Bob Friedman, Andy Caston, and right now for the next few minutes, Sue Stahl joining us for expert commentary. Sue, of the players in the United States, who have stood out most to you this past week?
Well, I think Mia Mooney has done a real good job. Megan Riley's been another. They're both goaltenders, I think, have been much superior to any other country's
Yarnell as well.
goaltenders. They really have. Either one of the young ladies has done a great job.
And from the international squad, what players have caught your eye there? The different teams who played.
Well, obviously, number 6 for Australia has caught your eye.
Aston.
Number 11, Jen Johnson from Canada, which we'll be facing. She's going to attend Penn State next year, so we'll be facing her from Old Dominion.
Oh.
But there's a lot of good players.
There's a player from England who was very strong. I'm trying to remember who it was.
Number 1, first home.
Yeah, Joe Bellamy.
Yes.
Joe Bellamy,
yes.
That's who it was. I was trying to think who was a tremendous.
She scored their 2 overtime goals today.
Yeah. England, though, looked like they were mostly a 2-player team between Stacey and Bellamy.
I think so. I mean, they played well, but just not quite good enough.
Let's not forget the Japanese team who played a strong game, as well as the Welsh team who came out here and battled.
They sure did. You know, they're drawing from a lot less numbers, and they just don't have quite the experience. And it'll come, I hope. I hope it'll come.
Scottish team who had some injuries.
Yes, yes. And Japan has come a long way in 5 or 6 years, so, you know, we're looking for them in the future.
Well, they look sharp in the 5th place game as we have the United States on the attack and a nice steal.
Now, there's no need to hurry. She was 1 on 6. So she should have just taken patience. She tried to go for the home run, I call it. Making cross-field pass, they just picked it off. So just a little more patience, they'll be okay.
6:15 to go in the first half. 2-1 the United States leading. Australia, however, scored the last goal. Felicity Porter takes it behind the net. And they'll set it up again. Porter will try to get in front, can't do so, so she gets it away to Trish Adams. Adams works the perimeter. And now she'll work it back, and they'll try to set it against Suanne Comodo.
They don't want to fall asleep now. The U.S. defense got to make sure they keep the feet moving and pay attention. They're trying to lull them to sleep a little bit and then come up around the crease, and we don't want that to happen. We want to pay attention.
So they're just working it out, trying to lull them into a false sense of security.
Oh, they're going to try to get their backs turned towards the ball, and they're going to sneak right behind them and right across that 10-meter, and bam, there it is. So U.S. got to make sure they keep their intensity level up, really be focused, keep their feet moving instead of stand there giving directions.
It's such a disciplined game. You have to know what you're doing. That goes in just about any sport, but it's especially so here.
Well, I think here because the ball's up and it moves so quickly, so fast, that you have to really be aware and be thinking 2 and 3 passes ahead of what's happening on the field.
Ball goes out into the middle, trying to get in there. Now we have a whistle, and there'll be a call.
Got a shooting space call. See, she made a drive to goal, and the U.S. defender just slipped in front. Wasn't playing her. There you go. Gonna have a free shot now.
So she'll get a free shot from the 11.
Right, Coyne's ready for this one.
This is Aston. No, this is not Aston. A high shot over the top of the net by Jenny Adams.
She was on it. She was right on it. The goalie was right on that one. She's awake. Another nice thing, you see how the U.S. got the long ball. They were awake to know where the shot was going to go, and their low defender just dropped right down there to be in position to get the ball.
And the United States will take possession, we think.
See, another thing the U.S. could be doing a little nicer, spreading out and using the width of the field, because Australia recovers right down the middle. If we spread out, they
nice pass by Mollison.
Could be a charge.
Nope, let's see when we have a call.
Not too sure what she wants to call.
Block call. So Fenwick will take the play from the 11-meter.
But again, with Australia recovering down the middle, see, she's still 1-on-4. If you look even this free position, she should try to get a pass to her left.
Shot on, blocked off in front nicely, and Morley makes the play, and she'll get it back up with 3:45 to go in this first half.
See, it's something on a game like today, too. The heat's going to get to these girls, and they've got to be a little tough mentally. And whichever team is a little tougher mentally ignores the heat and just sort of continues playing at that sustained level.
Yeah, we talked about that, the heat and the humidity. Temperature in the mid-90s, humidity in the low 80s. It's a tough
But you're
day.
going for a gold medal, you don't feel the heat.
That's exactly right. And when you're broadcasting for a gold medal, you don't feel the heat either.
That's right.
Pass in front, shot, score. And we are tied.
Sneaked up in behind, as I was telling you before. They're having the ball up in the top. They let that girl sneak along the behind, down the low crease, and right in behind. Nobody saw it.
And there it was. Sue Stahl, we want to thank you for joining us. Andy's going to join us now. We'll be talking to you at halftime. But again, lots of luck to you, and thank you for that expert commentary. One quick one. Let's talk about this goal before we go on.
Again, same thing. You saw her come right up around the crease, catch shot, no chance for the goalie to make a save.
And there you go. Thank you, Sue. Thank you so much. Andy will step back in now. So we are tied at 2-2. And Sue has joined us and given us some great commentary there, Andy.
Last time I checked, the last time I was in the booth, it was 2-0 United States. Now Australia's come storming back.
Well, you're the good luck charm. We'll get back into this. So we're tied at 2 with 3 minutes, 12 seconds to go in this first half. The draw taken its control by the United States initially,
But Sue brought up a great point. I mean, defensively, the United States can't fall asleep. They have to continue to play hard, be aware, not get lulled to sleep, because Australia is just too talented offensively for them to just wait around and, just think they're a 2-goal lead is going to hold up for
Trish Adams brings it down to the zone, moves around the player, and now there'll be a flag. I think we'll have a... No, it's waved off. And here comes the United States, breaking down the right side. Amity Wall. She's 1-on-4, so she works it to the outside. Chelsea Morley all over her, so she gets it over to Tice Burke. Burke's got to be watched, a great assist earlier in the game. Gets it out in front a little bit too low, trying to get it into Megan Riley. Riley controls it. She's dangerous from back there, but she's double-teamed right now. She'll look for the cutter. Can't find it, so she slows it down.
I mean, Australia knows Megan Riley's dangerous. Not only is she an excellent feeder, she's just a tremendous playmaker. She'll be on the receiving end or taking a feed from someone else. She's always around the ball, so Australia knows that, and they need 2 or 3 people around her at all times.
Play goes against the United States. Kristen Keller lost the ball. It'll be a free play for the Australians. We are in the last minute 45 seconds of the first half. Tied at 2 in a tight defensive struggle, as well you would expect in a gold medal game. Sarah Aston, one of the goal scorers. She'll walk it around the back. They'll set that deliberate offense up. It's worked for them for 2 goals so far. She takes it over and gets it into onto the stick of number 14. That's Felicity Porter. Porter will work it around the perimeter. Look for the opening, doesn't see it, so she works it back to Emma Rennie. Rennie gets it back over to Porter. She works it back outside to Jenny Adams. Adams tries to cut inside, can't. We have a whistle, and we'll have a play, a push against the United States, so it'll be a free play for Jenny Adams. With 53 seconds to go in the first half, we are tied at 2. Kristen Off will check into the game. Jack Weitzel will get a well-deserved break, and Melissa Williams will come in, and she will replace, I believe that's Emma Rennie coming out of the game right now. Play on with Jenny Adams. Adams works behind the net. Ball is checked away, but out in front, almost put in on the proximity play, but Coyne made the strong play. Melissa Coyne has looked great in the early going.
She has. I mean, you know, this is a girl who's only going to be a junior in high school next year, and, you know, she's steady, cool, she's got quick reflexes.
Pass up ahead to Riley. Riley gets it into the middle. Oh, and a shot to the eye. And going down is Kristen Keller. She looks to be okay. She just took a quick stick to the head, so there'll be a free play. Let's see if there'll be any kind of card here. Yeah, they're going to card her. Yeah, I think they're going to card her right now.
Yeah, she's holding the area
There's
around her left
card.
eye. Very dangerous. I mean, that's one thing that the women don't do is, of course, the men is wear the helmets. And, you know, those things happen when your sticks are flying and balls are flying. The head is exposed. That's why they're very careful calling penalties whenever you get the stick around the head. There's that 7-inch sphere around the head that you're not supposed to go into, and when they do, the penalty is called.
Amity Wall is hit. The ball is knocked loose. And now the whistle as Australia gains possession. It'll be a call against Australia. We'll have against the United States. It'll be coming into the game now for the United States, Rebecca Tweel, and checking out will be Kristen Keller. They're going to look at that shot to the head she took, and Australia will come up. Sarah Brighton. Pass blocked off, but Kristen off. Picked up, and we'll have an end of the first half has come up. A great game, Andy. A game that has seen the United States take a 2-goal lead in the first part of the half. And the second half, it was Australia coming back, scoring 2 goals. Let's take a look at that scoring.
Yeah, Jack Weitzel started the scoring, taking a feed from Megan Riley to give the U.S. a 1-0 lead. Then Mia Mooney from Tice Burke. That was at 19:32. That made it 2-0. And U.S. defensively maybe relaxed a little bit. Maybe they were getting a bit tired, and Australia was making them work. They come back with 2 quick goals. First one at 22:14. Sarah Aston couldn't hold her down for a whole half, but Jack Weitzel did an outstanding job holding her to 1 goal. Then Jody Huppitz scored with about 3 minutes to go before halftime, so that's where we stand, 2-2.
And we will take a break and be back with first half stats right after these messages. Don't go away. And we are back at Walton Field in Haverford College in Haverford, Pennsylvania. Bob Friedman along with Andy Caston. You see the halftime score of this gold medal game. Andy, it's been a great game. Everything advertised so far.
Both teams came in with a talent offensively. The U.S. was the second leading scoring team coming into today's action, and Australia the third. And there you see our halftime statistics. Obviously, the goals tied at 2 shots, right even 8 and 7, and saves 5 for Melissa Coyne of the U.S. and 3 for Kelly Morley of Australia. Fouls just about even too. So, I mean, if you look at the score, it's 2-2. You would look at the stats, you would think you would find a similar balance there, and you do.
You see the balance right there. Let's go down to our Kevin Kurz, who has a couple of special guests to talk to quickly as we come to the middle of this halftime.
When I approached the IF about sponsoring such a tournament, it was well received. So I talked the IF into starting an under-19 program and tournament. And then as the president of the IF, I secured the sponsorship and got some people behind it. After that, I'd have to say that Val Walczak, Susan Ford really took over, and the credit belongs to them for how well this tournament's been run. It is a great start for women's lacrosse. They have done an exceptional job, and you'd have to mention Kissy McGorry along with that.
And we are ready for second half action, tied at 2. Bob Friedman along with Andy Caston. The draw about to be taken. The United States will be going from right to left this time. And Christy Yarnell will take over in goal, as she has done in many of the games. They split their goaltending in the games, and it keeps the goaltenders fresh. As you mentioned, Andy, they have a great tandem.
Melissa Coyne played a full game against Japan on Thursday. That was the only game that did not split because Christy was out with an injury, but she's fine today. And she's splitting time and starting here in the second half. She's very athletic, vocal, fiery type of goaltender, but very talented as well with a 63.3 goals against average, not too shabby.
Great average. As you see, saw the graphic a little bit earlier, Australia in the gold jerseys with the green trim and shorts. The United States in the blue jerseys with the white jerseys, rather, with the blue trim and the blue shorts. And we are underway again as the United States goes on the attack. It was the United States drawing first blood, scoring twice midway through the first half, only to see Australia patiently, and I mean patiently, come back and tie this game, and that's where we stand right now. Tice Burke to the side behind the net. She's marked there nicely by Leah Barnden. Burke tries to move around, does move around, but she's picked up by another defender. The ball taken away, but I think we're going to have a shooting space violation.
Burke with a nice duck under move initially, but then Australia there with the help. Second defender there to cut her off.
So Tice Burke will get a shot, or at least a play, from the 11-meter mark. Whistle blows. She passes it back outside smartly to Kate Luvis. Luvis thinks about shooting, gets out of it. Now she'll put it back to Bradley. And it's the United States who will play the patient game right now. A little bit of confusion there, but Tweel takes it. Luvis and Tweel tied up together there. Tweel will handle it. Luvis will move off to her right, and she gets the pass. Looked to pass before she caught the ball and almost dropped it away, but had nobody on her, so she holds on, gets it back to Tweel. Tweel checked out, but there'll be a call against Australia, as Chelsea Morley whacked away at her. Out in front, shot, score! Oh, Rebecca Tweel out of nowhere, a turnaround shot, and the United States takes a 3-2 lead. Just 36 seconds into this, excuse me, 2 minutes and 36 seconds into the second half.
Protected the ball with her body, stayed low, didn't allow any Australian defenders to get close to her stick, and then maneuvered herself enough just to get the shot off.
Let's take a look at it again.
Protecting the ball, staying low.
And turning around and just whipping that quick shot. I'll tell you what, the United States takes a 3-2 lead. A big goal by Rebecca Tweel. The draw at center.
First third
Keller
goal
will
of the
take
tournament.
the draw. Fiona Graham working on it. Call against Australia, and the U.S. will take possession. Kristen Keller will have it. She'll create a little long. Sarah Aston on her. Kate Lewis waves her on. Now she'll carry it herself. Passes up to Megan Riley. Riley at the top of the perimeter. She works it to Colleen O'Brien into the middle for Kristen off. Ball just goes wide of the net. I don't think the keeper saw that. Ball will go out. It will remain in the United States possession. And Katie Luvis will handle it. Again, very deliberate with that 1-goal lead. They want to melt clock. Meg Riley into the middle. Weitzel couldn't handle it. Taken away by Australia. There'll be a call against Weitzel and a free play for Jenny Adams.
Australia is making the U.S. work. Anytime they get into the arc, near scoring position, they are surrounding the offensive players on the U.S. team and they're making them work.
As Australia brings it up into the middle. And carrying it into the middle now is Melissa Williams. She gets it out to the side over to Jody Huppitz. Huppitz along the goal line. Marked there by Kristenov, passes into the middle, has an open player, but kicking now wide open is Sarah Aston, and she was hit in the shooting space. Nothing called at this point. She's down, she took a stick. Now let's see what we have. We will have the call now. She took a stick to the eye, to the head at least. It was not seen, so it will remain Australia's ball. There was no call on that, just stop play for the injury. Now Australia working the perimeter. Back behind, they take it. Huppitz out in front, down on the ground, and picked up nicely. Back to the goaltender. It's a call against the United States. And we have a crease violation with Australia taking the free play. Stuart Cawthorn had shoveled that back, but there was a crease violation. And from the 15-meter mark, it will be Laurie Carroll. 19:35 to go in the second half. 3-2, the United States on a pretty goal, as pretty a goal as you want to get off the stick of Rebecca Tweel. Mollison and Cometto playing a little give and go.
Both teams sticking with the game plan they had in the first half. U.S. trying to run when they can, but Australia offensively patient again.
Well, Sue Stahl said, they want to lull them into mistakes. And that's what they did in the first half. Long pass picked up nicely. Now dangerously out in front, knocked away nicely on the play by Yarnell. And here comes Colleen O'Brien. Marked closely, she'll be called for the body check. Will be Jody Huppitz. It'll be a free play for Wissahickon High School's Colleen O'Brien.
Now right now the U.S. doesn't have numbers. Let's see what they do.
Kristen Keller takes it. Kristen Keller, a local one, a girl out of Wayne Radnor High School. And a call against Australia again. There's Kristen Keller, number 20, out of Radnor High School, Wayne, Pennsylvania. Gets it over to Bean Bradley. And she'll just take her time.
Colleen O'Brien, after the free position at midfield, Bob, she saw that she didn't have numbers, got the ball to midfield, and now the U.S. is setting up.
Kate Lewis will take it back to Bradley. Mia Mooney will be reporting in shortly. She's out of the game right at this moment. They get it up to Megan Riley. And Katie Lewis as they melt clock down inside 18 minutes to go now. Now the ball's taken away from her smartly by Sarah Aston, and here she goes. We've seen her take it coast to coast before against the United States. She's marked by Kristenov, uses her body strength, shoots and scores! Sarah Aston, coast to coast. It's not the first time I've seen it, Andy.
Boy, oh boy. 3 U.S. defenders converged on her as she got close to the arc, and Christy Yarnell must have lost sight of the ball because she just put it right over her shoulder. She breaks through 3 defenders, and there it is, over her shoulder for the goal and ties the game.
And Kristenov received a yellow card for a slash on the play. Jack Weitzel will come out, Mia Mooney will come in, so we are tied at 3 with 17:31. And that's how quick things can change. Sarah Aston took it. I saw it in the first game. She went coast to coast. Actually went from goal line to goal line. This was a little bit less as they were at the top of the perimeter, but she showed great speed for a big player and came through, scored the goal high to the right side, and we're tied at 3. And we're going to have, are we going to get a card for delay of the game? Setting up the draw. Graham and Kristen Keller. Fiona Graham, Kristen Keller. With the stick set, and we draw it. It's taken by the United States off the draw. Passes up, intended for and completed to Emily Fenwick. And they get it up ahead. Now the United States will move it around a bit. Fenwick gets it into Megan Riley, who had an opening and then lost it. Taken away by Fiona Graham. Here comes Australia. Australia has never led in this game, but here comes Sarah Aston again. She's 1 on 5. She takes it in and smartly moves it out to the perimeter. And now Australia will come down and set it up. 16:55 to go in regulation, tied at 3.
For Aston's 1 on 3 or less, 1 on 4, 1 on 5, she'll decide to take it out and set it up. Wise move.
Discretion is the better part of valor. Now Huppets takes it. Moves it back to Williams. Williams behind the net.
You don't make a lot of friends going 1 on 5.
That's the truth on either team. Now Williams, guarded closely by Emily Fenwick. Huppets gets it over to Williams.
It's a big possession here for the U.S. defensively and for Australian offensively. They get a goal here, they will definitely grab the momentum.
Now Melissa Williams working it slowly around the perimeter. Works it backs outside to Sue Ann Comedo. And then to Leah Barnden.
So two good teams, two smart teams, Bob. They're not going to do anything to hurt themselves, and you know they're going to really use their strengths to stay in this game. And that's what both teams have done.
We're going to have a call against the United States against Stuart Cawthorn. And they'll go to the 11-meter. Melissa Williams will have it. Or is that, excuse me, it's Laura Carroll. She shoots, scores. No, it's score. No, I'm sorry. Hit the outside of the net. My apologies on that. I saw the net belly out, and we thought back here that the ball had gone into the net, but it was a wide shot that caught the side of it. So our apologies on that if you Australian fans got upset or got excited and you United States fans got upset. No goal. And we remain tied at 3. Now Melissa Williams. Works it behind. Huppets to Williams. Looking for a cutter. Sees a cutter, can't get it to her. That was Aston cutting through the middle, but she was marked well there. Whistle goes, it'll be United States ball. So the United States will take over possession of the ball.
Well, it was very questionable whether the U.S. player got there first.
Here comes Colleen O'Brien up the side. Sarah Aston will cut her off, and she'll be called for the check, and will be a free play for Colleen O'Brien. Not a bad move by Aston because she had the O'Brien had the angle up the side, so she slows it down. But now here comes O'Brien again. They'll try to get around the defender, Chelsea Morley. And we'll have a call against Morley and Chelsea Morley. And Colleen O'Brien will get an opportunity from the 11-meter. Big crowd here today, very vocal, mostly obviously United States fans, but you had the Australian fans in there. Kristen Keller with no shot. And it stick nicely there on an easy pick out of the air by Kelly Morley.
This is where fatigue will really start to set in, Bob. I mean, you know, it's midway through the second half. The game is tied. Who's going to dig down deeper? You know, both of these teams have a lot of pride, and they will both dig down deep. And
Fiona Graham gets it over to Megan Mollison. Mollison gets it up to Laurie Carroll. Now they'll set it up again, Australia will. Williams and Huppets behind the net, as it has been. They'll look for a cutter. Here comes one in the middle, shoots and scores. Oh, you saw that setting up. Laurie Carroll cut in, got the perfect pass, put it low to the right-hand side of the keeper, and it's 4-3 Australia. And it's a shocked and silenced United States crowd. Lori Carroll put that shot in for Australia. Watch her cut down the middle, Andy.
There she
right
comes.
There.
Cuts right down the middle.
And we have, with 12:45 to go, a water break. And we will take our own water break and be right back. Don't go away.
He graduated from one of the best medical schools. Walked into a built-in practice. And he doesn't pay malpractice insurance.
Take a deep breath.
But that's not all he's got going for him. He's an Air Force flight surgeon. And to understand the stresses of high-speed flight, he has to experience them firsthand. So if you want to practice medicine in a more stimulating atmosphere, call 1-800-423-USAF. Aim high, Air Force.
You see the crowd here, part of the capacity crowd at Walton Field at Haverford College in Haverford, Pennsylvania. Just seen Australia shock the United States, taking a 4-3 lead with a little over 12 minutes to go in regulation. Bob Friedman along with Andy Kasten. And Andy, it was just a case of lulling the United States to sleep again.
And it was Lori Carroll this time, her 8th goal of the tournament, cutting to the net, putting the ball past Christy Arnell of the U.S. They've taken a 4-3 lead. They've done an outstanding job cutting down the U.S.'s transition game. And that's really been the key today. They've shut down Megan Riley, who's been a playmaker for the U.S. throughout this tournament. She's been silent today. And we knew it was going to be a defensive battle. We have not been disappointed.
And as we take a look at the Australian team, some earlier games today in the 5th place game. Number 5 seeded Japan overwhelmed number 6 seeded Scotland 11-3 to finish 3-3 in the tournament. Scotland 1-5. And in the 4th place, what a game this was. Double overtime, sudden victory, and it was England coming back over again Canada 11-10 to win the 3rd place title. What a game that was. Andy and I got a chance to watch it. Canada tying the game in the last 10 seconds of both regulation and the first overtime. What a great game it was. In fact, Canada coming down from a 3-goal deficit with about 2 minutes to go to tie that game. We're back off the draw, and Australia carries the ball. They have the lead on the ball. The pass is a little bit wide, but it's picked up nicely there by Felicity Porter. And Porter will carry the ball into the zone again. Australia with their first lead of the game, Sarah Aston. And I think maybe they've been worried a little bit too much about Aston, and the other players for Australia have come up big. Of course, Aston has been involved in the scoring quite a bit, too.
Oh, yes. And U.S. coach Kathy Henderson talked about the crowd and how she thought it would be to her advantage to be playing here in the U.S. And this is where the crowd will need to get behind this team when they're down a goal.
And the play goes along the perimeter. Trish Adams, they get it back out to Sue Ann Comodo. Over to Megan Mollison, who passes it over to the far side. Jenny Adams with the ball. Into the middle, Melissa Williams couldn't handle it. And they get it up ahead. There's the United States carrying it up, and it'll be a call against Australia.
Crucial defensive stand there for the U.S.
And the United States comes up, Amity Wall, the ball taken away, but again, it'll be a call against Australia. For Australia, United States to get a free play. And it goes back to Sarah Bradley. Bradley gets it over to Emily Fenwick. Play into the middle, there's a whistle, and we're going to have a violation. I believe we're going to card against Australia. And it's Trish Adams with the call. It's a check on the body. And Emily Fenwick will take the play from the 15-meter mark. Fenwick tries to get around the defense. Can't do so. She'll work it back to the outside. Passes it up. Gets it up to Rebecca Tweel, who scored the 3rd goal of this game for the United States. And Australia sending players out to keep them outside. Now Sarah Bradley, again a player coming in to defend. Christine Keller with the ball. Working her out. And we have an Australian player goes down. I'm not sure what it was. But an Australian player is down and injured. And a charge is called on Rebecca Tweel. We have 10:35 to go in regulation. Australia leading 4-3. Let's take a look at the replay on the hit. See anything, Andy?
Yeah, I couldn't get a number, but it was definitely Rebecca Tweel called for the charge.
Looking around the field trying to see who's not there. I know Sarah Aston's down next to the player. Now she's getting up slowly. This may be, is this Laurie Carroll? No, it's Chelsea Morley. It's Chelsea Morley. Slow to get up. They're taking the time. Now they're going to call out some other people. She's obviously looks to be in some pain here. Now she comes up. She's off on her own power. It looks like she may have had the wind knocked out of her. Let's take a look at it one more time. As she goes by, and I don't know what happened though. She took an elbow possibly.
She's holding the back of her neck, so maybe the impact of her head hitting the ground.
Yeah, she's got the back. Yeah, she's holding the back of her head. That's what I think happened there. So she'll come off, and they'll put some ice on that. And Fiona Graham has checked in to take her place. It will be United States ball, so no violation was called. No, excuse me, it's Australia's. It was called. I'm sorry. And Australia will take it. And here comes Sarah Aston the way they want it. Now she's 1-on-4, but she's been that way before. She'll try to move into the middle. She cuts around, she shoots. It's a wide shot, and it will go out of play. And it will belong still to Australia.
It started off as a 1-on-4. Her speed created a 1-on-3. The U.S. did a good job of pushing her to the right of the net, as we see
Chelsea Morley,
who was just shaken up.
Now they're down the offensive zone. We see coming off right now is Emily Fenwick, and coming in is Jack Weitzel, who has been assigned the spot of guarding Sarah Aston. She's back in and she's fresh. Sue-Ann Commodore with the ball. Gets it over to Fiona Graham. And they'll work the perimeter again. Huppets to Williams. Under 10 minutes to go in regulation. 4-3 Australia. Commodore gets the ball, and they'll work that out. Slow offense. A little bit of a wild pass, but nobody there except is Megan Mollison. She gets it, controls it, and takes it back harmlessly over to Felicity Porter. And they'll work it around again. Leah Barnding gets into the play. And Fiona, that was Sue-Ann Commodore. Again, Commodore. And they work it over to Adams, who works it back over to Jenny. That's Jenny Adams with the ball now. Tries to go around front, can't get anything going. There's a loose ball in the front, and it's chased down by the United States, and it will be controlled there by Kate Lubis, but taken away nicely by Jody Huppets. They'll work it, and the ball will go to, I believe it's going to go back to Australia. Are we going to have a drop ball? It's thrown up in the air, and it's controlled by Australia, by Sarah Aston.
U.S. has to dig in defensively in this possession. They were standing around on the last possession, and they can't go down by 2 goals. They really got to dig in here.
Melissa Williams turns around, moves out toward the front, gets out in front of the net, shot, score! Melissa Williams, and just as you said, they can't afford to go down by 2. They go down by 2, and it's 5-3. Things looking bright from the team from down under right now as the Aussies have taken a 5-3 lead. And the United States is really worried. You'll look at that. The United States fans looking on grimly. They can't believe it. They had a 2-0 lead partway through the first half, and have been outscored 5-1 since then.
Here comes Melissa Williams, ducking under. Nice one-on-one move. Drew Christy Yarnell out of the goal crease. Slipped the ball by her. You know, Australia's style has lulled the U.S. into, you know, a slower paced game, and you know, it's slowed them down defensively, actually. And now they're not responding to the cutting Australian players. And you know, when you're playing an Australian team with this kind of talent, Bob, you can't let up for a second, because they'll take advantage of it, and they have.
Play is on, and the violation against Australia gives the United States the ball. They want to clear it out for them a little bit. And here it comes. Keller gets it up ahead to Tice Burke. Burke gets it Amity Wall into the shooting space. Can't get it away. Ball knocked away. And it's taken by Australia. Melissa Williams is playing secure defense.
Amity Wall, not a very tall player, got inside where there's 3 taller players around him. They just smothered her, knocked the ball away.
Kelly Morley takes it up to Felicity Porter, and Porter will take it up the side. Met there by Christine Keller. Drops it back to Sarah Aston, the big player on the Australian team. Now Aston moves inside, great speed, gets into the shooting area. She's dangerous there, now moves back outside, didn't have the shot. Takes it wide to Jenny Adams, will move it around to the side, and they'll get it over to Tanya Broom. Tanya Broom gets it back to Sue-Ann Commodore.
Or Sarah Aston, big, strong, and fast. What a combination.
Tremendous combination. Looks like the Australian version of Eric Lindros.
Got the U.S. taking chances defensively. Jack Weitzel coming out there trying to create something.
It could create problems for him if they play things. Now Melissa Williams, who's played a tremendous game. Quietly effective, scoring that big goal there. Almost taken away, but there's Sarah Aston again. Sarah Aston playing the game of her life right now. And they work it outside. Ball taken away by the United States, and here comes the U.S. They got a break if they can get the good pass going. Jack Weitzel in the middle. A 3-on-2 is developed. Weitzel up the middle, into the shooting space, turns around, has it checked away nicely on defense on a great play by Megan Mollison. They'll call a violation, but that was well worth it, Andy.
It sure was. I mean, you know, the U.S. team really can't hold back anymore, Bob. They got to go at every opportunity that they have, in that time Weitzel right down the middle of the field. She had Amity Wall to her right, but decided to take it in herself, and now she have an opportunity.
Jack Weitzel will take it at the 11-meter mark. And the whistle blows, and here comes inside shot, and it's tipped off wide off a nice save by Kelly Morley. I think she got a little bit of the stick on that shot that was ticketed low left side.
Yeah, Jack tried to go low to the right-hand corner, but Morley was there. She's been solid. I mean, check that. Kelly Morley, not Chelsea Morley. Let's not get them confused.
And it will be Australia's ball. Laurie Carroll, one of the goal scorers, in fact, scored the lead goal in this game for Australia. She will have the ball in the play-in. 5:37 to go in regulation. Play out in front, almost stolen away by the United States. They're trying to scramble out of it. A lot of goal church. The United States takes it away, and Megan Riley. And now they'll finally blow the whistle on a foul, as being battered inside was Rebecca Tweel.
You can see Rebecca, she's surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Australian players.
And Tweel will take the ball.
Once again, she's surrounded. Sea of yellow.
Doesn't have a shot, so she moves it back outside. Megan Riley. Now Mia Mooney, who's had a great series, passes it off. Colleen O'Brien with the ball, has it stripped away, goes to pick it up and gets it. Now it's stripped away again, and here comes Sarah Aston. She'll pick it up for Australia. She's been great on both ends of the field.
Yeah, in Australia, you could see them on that defensive possession, really digging in, playing hard. They have the 2-goal lead, and they're kind of letting it all hang out now.
And now we'll have a call against the United States. And it'll go against Kate Luvis, so it'll be a free play for Jody Huppets.
With 4:15 to go, Bob, I think Australia can field here a little bit.
You know,
A little more pop in their step.
Oh, yeah, Jenny Adams can just slow it down a little bit, pass the ball around the perimeter. 2-goal lead. We are under 4 minutes to go in regulation. The United States, who's played so beautifully all week long, seeing the championship in jeopardy here to an Australian team who, quite frankly, has played just terrific lacrosse today.
Their coach, Kathy Flett, said they haven't played up to their potential. I think they have today.
Absolutely. Megan Mollison with the ball. They're playing their version of the keep-away weave. Almost 4 corners, not quite. As it passes around to Trish Adams. Adams will take it. 3:20 to go in regulation. Australia leading 5-3. They have the ball. They get it back to Leah Barnden. Barnden will take it in, pass it up ahead. And it'll be taken there by Jody Huppets. Passed around the perimeter and taken around the back there. Now moving around front, looking to see if she had a shot. She didn't.
Sarah Aston has not touched the ball in this possession, but her teammates are doing an outstanding job.
Decoy. Jenny Adams with the ball, playing keep away, under 3 minutes now to go in regulation. 2:45.
This really wears the team down. I mean, the U.S. is not only trailing by 2 goals, now they're chasing the ball all over the field, and it gets frustrating.
Australia with that 2-goal lead now out in front. Fiona Graham thought about it, smart move, took it back outside. 2.5 to go in regulation. Now the United States sees the air of desperation coming up. Desperation, rather. Begging the call for the United States is the coaching staff. Kathy Henderson wanted the call. There's a call, I believe, against Colleen O'Brien. Checks out. I think the call was against, let's see, was it against Australia?
They're both fighting for the ball as it's going out of bounds.
All right, so it'll be
the official felt they were both in the same position, so that calls a throw.
Up and it's controlled by no one right now. Now they scrum for it. Look at them dive for those balls. And it will be a call, a block, a hit against the United States. And we have an injured Australian player again as she gets up, though. That's Jenny Adams. And we have Tice Burke, who's down for the United States, but she gets right up right away.
Hey, boy, they both collided. Game is a lot more physical than the high school game. It's an international game, and the officials are allowing them to play.
Especially for the United States now with 2:04 left in regulation, down by 2. Australia has held this ball for a good 3 minutes now. Leah Barnden moving around Tice Burke, who's all over her. They're playing a man-to-man defense now. And Barnden did a nice job. We're under 2 minutes to go in this. 1:40 right now. Australia that far away from the gold medal in this first ever IFWLA International Under-19 Girls Lacrosse Championship. And I have said a mouthful, but this has been a game well worth it. Just as Australia saw their lead vanish in the first game against the United States, so has the United States seen the same thing happen as Australia turned the tables. Now leads 5-3 with 1 minute, 14 seconds to go in regulation.
I mean, Rebecca Twill gave the U.S. a 1-goal lead just about 2.5 minutes into the second half, then 3 straight goals by Australia.
Remember, the scoreboard clock is not the official clock. Time is kept on the field, but we are very close there. Clock moving down, the enemy of the United States, and is the ally right now of Australia. Under 1 minute to go in regulation. Blocked off pass, try to control it by Australia. Control is continued by Australia. They move it to the back, Williams has it. And they'll pass it around. 45 seconds to go in regulation. Australia, that far away from a championship, moving into the middle, a cross pass taken away by the United States, and they finally get position back, and they got to move quickly. They lose position back. Sue-Ann coming up, it'll be a call against Australia on the block, and it will go to the United States with 32 seconds to go in regulation. They have to move. Here they go. They got to play. Harmony Wall ahead of the pack. Long pass up. Shot. Score! Harmony puts the ball in the net with 23 seconds to go in regulation, and it's a 5-4 game. Don't go home yet, folks. We got some game yet to go. 23 seconds in regulation, and Andy, the biggest draw of this entire tournament about to happen.
Jack Weitzel saw Amity Wall, and she used her outstanding speed. You see Wall sprinting ahead of the field. He bounces it right by.
Kristen Keller about to take the biggest draw possibly of her life against Australia. She's been great today. She's been great all series long. They want to get it set up perfectly. We have a delay warning against Australia. And we are ready for the draw. Setting the sticks up. 23 seconds to go in regulation. The whistle will blow, and here we go. It's controlled, knocked away and controlled by the United States. Here comes Jack Weitzel. Gets it over. 15 seconds to go in regulation. Turning around, we'll have a whistle, and it'll be a call against the United States.
Offensive foul called on Emily Fenwick.
10 seconds to go in regulation. The United States got that close, and Leah Barnden will take it with 10 seconds to go. She'll work around her net, move it around to the side. It's taken there by Williams. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. It's over. It's over. Australia has won the inaugural IFWLA Under-19 Girls Lacrosse Championship. Australia with an injured player. Williams is down injured, but Australia has won the championship, defeating the United States 5-4 to win the gold medal. Andy, a great game. Everything that it lived up to the hype.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, it was a defensive game from the get-go, Bob. But the real key to this game was in the second half, when Australia was slowing the game down, the U.S. became a little heavy-footed. They weren't in the game mentally, and when they let down just those few times, Sarah Aston, Lori Carroll, and Melissa Williams made them pay, and that was the 3 goals that gave the Australians a 5-3 lead, and they held on. Amity Wall scored with 23 seconds left, but it wasn't enough.
It was almost a carbon copy of the first game in the exact opposite way, in the fact that the United States fell behind by a couple of goals, came back, roared back in the second half to take a lead, and then a late goal put put Australia close in that first game. Well, in this game, the same way, the United States roars out to a 2-goal lead. Australia comes back with a goal, ties it toward the end of the half, comes running out in the second half, takes over the game, 2-goal lead. The United States comes out, scores the first goal. Australia comes back with 3 unanswered goals to take the 2-goal lead. That great breakaway pass out to Amity Wall, scoring with 23 seconds to go, controlling the draw, the critical draw, and almost coming in a crucial call against the United States. Could have gone either way, went against the United States, went to Australia. They hold the ball for the final 10 seconds, and the Australians, who came the longest way to be here, will come back and have a great flight back with a trophy in hand, their first ever IFWLA championship.
Well deserved. Defensively, they held Megan Riley and Tice Burke to a combined 2 assists. And that tells a story right there. Sarah Aston scored twice for Australia. So defensively, the Australians did their job on the U.S. attackers, but the U.S. couldn't keep Sarah Aston down, and it cost them.
And the teams will come to the middle of the field for the traditional handshake and the cheer. The Australians. I'll tell you, there's one great thing, and this tells you a little bit about amateur sports. Jill Pearson, who played very well in goal for the Australian team, did not play today. Standing on the side, rooting the team on. Partway through the game, Jill pulls out a camera on the sideline and starts shooting pictures of the game. It was a great sight to see. Here she is standing there in a uniform, and she's as excited as any fan in the stands.
And it's going to be a long flight home for Australia, but an exciting one.
That's to be sure. You see the score. You see the final. We'll take a break and be right back. Don't go away.
If you're the kind of person who'd rather tune an engine than eat, who reads a tachometer like a love story, for whom the roar of fully blown horsepower is a lullaby, have we got a machine for you. And in the hands of the right mechanic, it'll blow the doors off anything. Aim high, Air Force.
The Wickham Abbey School.
Back at Walton Field in Haverford College, we are about to have the presentations of the awards, the trophies, and the medals, as the Australian team has won the first annual IFWLA Championship. And they will be taking home the gold medal. The second place finishers, United States. Third place, England. Fourth place will be Canada. Fifth place is Japan. And sixth place is Scotland. Some remarks going on right now. And they're talking about the cup. Get it in where?
For 12 years, with interruption for World War II.
Don't see you get the mic. When you're not talking.
She was perhaps England's finest player ever, but more importantly, was a leader and a great person in helping the development of lacrosse around the world. She rekindled lacrosse in the USA.
We're talking about the cup is named to one of the great lacrosse pioneers of girls lacrosse.
It was she who led a combined tour of Great Britain and USA to Australia to help them get started.
And of course, that's Margaret Boyd. This is the Margaret Boyd Trophy. And you see a picture of the trophy in memory of her. She was on the All England Women Lacrosse team. And she helped spread girls lacrosse around the world.
In short, she gave of herself to the game to us. Winning was not the end-all in Maggie's life, although she really did hate to lose. She loved playing the game. She loved making friends through the game of lacrosse. I urge you, as this trophy is given, to think of this person not just as some entity out there, but as a really wonderfully loving person who had friends all over the world through the game of lacrosse. Maggie Boyd will always be held in the highest esteem and affection by us all. Thank you.
And you see the beginning of the presentation in memory of Maggie Boyd. Maggie Boyd, of course, one of the great pioneers in girls lacrosse, member of the English Federation, Lacrosse Federation, United States, and the International Lacrosse Federation. And now coming up will be
Championship and Jean Rocher, representative of leaders.
as we see another presentation coming in.
In the awarding of the Maggie Boyd Trophy to the team captain, Trish Adams of Australia.
And we will have the presentation.
While they've given me the opportunity to speak briefly, what I would like to say is to thank the United States Women's Lacrosse Association, I'm a little taller than the other, to thank them very much for all their organization and efforts making this wonderful tournament possible. The IFWLA furnished the guidelines, and the United States implemented those. We would like to thank Haverford College, Leader, who was one of the major sponsors of our tournament, Longstreth, but all of the fans who made it so pleasant to be here. You chatted with us all. You cheered your teams on. The players, I thought the play was excellent. It was a very good first beginning for women's lacrosse under 19 championship. And some people are so excited about it, they want it to happen every 2 years. So we will go over that this next week when we have our meeting. And we're just delighted to have had you all, and the spirit of competition was superb. Thank you all very much.
hello everybody. On behalf of Leader Sports, we manufacture eye protection specifically designed for women's lacrosse. We've been very, very proud to be part of this event. The crowd again has been incredible, but most of all the players have been incredible. I want to congratulate all of them. I think they really deserve it. We people in the stands thought it was really hot, so you can imagine how it was on the field today. Thank you for everybody that participated, and we were again, proud and are looking forward to the next tournament to be part of it again. Thank you.
We're heading up to the presentation of the Maggie Boyd Trophy. And Trish Adams will step forward to receive that trophy. Trish Adams holding the trophy up proudly as her team cheers her on. There she goes. And Trish is taking the trophy back to the team.
And now will you please turn and face the flag of Australia?
And we'll have the anthem of Australia.
The Australian national anthem in honor of the first place finish in the very first under-19 Girls Lacrosse World Championship.
There we go. What?
And now the individual medals will be awarded.
And the individual medals will be awarded
by Senior World Cup captains Kathleen Geiger.
By Kathleen Geiger and Betsy Doherty.
Fiona Clark, Vice President of the IFWLA, and Jean Roche, and Margaret Turner of Wales, who proudly carries the title, the Elder Statesman, Ambassador to All Mankind, to the second place team, and by Jackie Pitt.
The Australian team about to be presented with their medals.
And Lynetta Wilder, past president of the USWLA and vice president of the IFWLA, to the third place team. Marge Garringer, IFWLA vice president of umpires, and Susie Gansamala, USWLA chairman of umpires, will recognize the umpires. After the awarding of the
Melissa Williams,
medals, I'm going to ask
Laurie
the
Carroll,
captains of each of the teams
Kelly Morley,
to step forward to receive the
Sarah Aston now receiving hers,
participation, and we will do that in alphabetical.
Leah Barndon, Jill Pearson, Megan Mollison, and Sue-Ann Comodo. Trish Adams, An excited group of girls with their medals right now. Trish, however, has to carry the heavy trophy. I don't think it's that heavy right now. Annie Hubbets and Emma Rennie will receive their medals. And now the coaching staff. There they go. And Kathy Flett receiving her medal last but certainly not least. A big thrill. Kathy, congratulations.
Thank you.
Want to take a moment and talk to you. Talked before the game, you said you had a recipe to win. Obviously the recipe worked. It looked like a reversal of last Sunday's game where you took the lead and they came back. It would seem like your running game got into gear.
Yeah, I think we started to get going. We let them get away a bit at the start, but we got ourselves going. I'm pretty happy, that's for sure. They really played it out well. I think both teams, were in there for the whole game. It was really tough. I'm glad we made it.
It seemed like last Sunday's game, there was a little bit, I guess you might say a little bit of discipline that, maybe for lack of a better word, dropping of discipline a little bit, a few penalties. They created some shots for the United States. Today, it seemed like your team had the discipline in the second half.
Yeah, particularly in defence, I thought our discipline was excellent. We talked a lot about that, just body position, run them off. If you get the girl to pass the ball on, you've done your job, and wait for the mistakes, and that's what we did most of the time. Occasionally, of course, the sticks went in, but generally the discipline was excellent on our defence.
You came the longest way to be here. I guess the flight back won't be quite so long.
No, we're hitting Hawaii tomorrow, so we've got about 4 days there, so we'll put our feet up, enjoy the win, and get home and celebrate with family and friends.
That's good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Best wishes to you. A wonderful game.
Thank you.